160 pounds, Chris Copeland.
Let me hear it. Oh, I love that. That's music to my ears. What? Okay, yeah. He knows what's up. Yeah.
And his opponent from Chillicothe, Ohio, weighing in at 184 pounds, the Local Hallbreaker, Bruce Gray.
ACW! I'm a home wrecker! Who's ready to have some fun, huh?
Yeah! Let's go, Brucey!
I told you I was a home wrecker!
Hello there, Appalachian Championship Wrestling fans. As you can see, we are back in the compound once again, and things are going like they usually do here in the compound, getting a little bit crazy.
Oh, Chris Copeland not waiting for the bell as he dives at old Bruce Gray, taking him down. Nikki, this thing is already started off hot and aggressive, as you know, no love lost between these two competitors.
Both of them fired up after recently seeing their tag team partners facing off against one another. We had Ron Mathis and Jack Andrews. That one got a little nuts. And then, of course, here we are with the other half of DD Trash and the other half of Awesome Odyssey facing off here in the compound. And again, who knows what kind of tactics they have in mind going into this match, facing off against one another in circumstances, they're used to each other, but not necessarily used to facing off against each other without their tag partners.
Yeah, these two have fought countless times, but never before in singles competition in Appalachian Championship Wrestling. So this could get very interesting as Bruce with some of them kung fu kicks on the outside of the ring.
The franchise!
And Bruce, he calls that move the franchise, as they pay homage to the franchise Shane Douglas, who DD Trash has aligned themselves with. As Nick Hamrick wants to call his group the new franchise players, well, Shane Douglas has a new triple threat with Bruce and Ronnie. Bruce slinging Copeland into the ring, adjusting his shoulder guard, getting everything just right as he duck walks. Oh, over to Copeland, but Copeland. Okay, we got a bell. They're in the ring fighting. We got a bell, Nikki.
Hard to believe we're already this far into this match, and it just now officially got started.
So we got a big card ahead of us today, Nikki. What are we looking at later today?
If you haven't already, we suggest that you go back and check out our Underground Assault that we released last week. That way that you'll better understand what's going on this week on Underground Assault. We've got GenZ and Emily Rose versus Nick Hamrick and the mystery partner. So who knows? With Nick Hamrick, he loves to just recruit the bottom feeders of the world. And by bottom feeders, I don't mean people without ability. By bottom feeders, I mean people without morals and standards.
Yeah, people without consciences.
Yeah. So just recognize that. But with Nick Hamrick, you never know who's gonna walk through the curtain.
I mean, could it be an existing member of the franchise players? You got Kane and Christopher out there, Gorgeous Gregory out there, or could it be one of these paid thugs that he's brought in to do some of his dirty work in the past? I guess we're going to be finding out shortly.
And then we also have Zaiden Kane versus Lifeguard Ross. We've gotten to know Lifeguard Ross this summer during our live shows, for sure. And then everybody's familiar with Zaiden Kane. But this is a matchup that I didn't know that I needed to see. But it has the potential to be really exciting. You've got polar opposites, really, facing off against one another.
Well, in personality and experience.
Yeah. So
Zaiden Kane in 2025 turning into one of the most hated competitors in ACW against one of the most popular up-and-comers in Lifeguard Ross.
And I would also argue, in their strategies, Zaiden Kane maybe a little more grounded and hard-hitting, and then Lifeguard Ross likes to take it to the air.
Oh, and does he ever? We've seen him get some tremendous height on some of these guys. And looking forward to that one, but we got a barn burner in the ring right now as Chris Copeland applying a rear chin lock to Brucey. And Brucey, one of the most popular competitors in Appalachian Championship Wrestling, his fans rallying behind him, and now catching Copeland with a barrage of blows, and but Copeland now with a big kick off the ropes. And that's one of the things when you have opponents that are very familiar with each other. I mean, he kind of had that move scouted. He has been on the receiving end of that move many times, and so he was able to counter it this time, much to the dismay of the ACW faithful in the crowd.
Yeah, we have a limited seating here at the compound, so not generally open to the public, so it's rare that people get to get inside the building here and watch these shows, but we definitely have our faithful fans in here to cheer on their favorites. In this instance, it is Bruce Gray.
Listen to everybody hooting and hollering for Bruce. Oh, and Bruce with a little bit of that Bruce foo. Copeland. Oh, with the spinning, with the head scissors. But Bruce blocked that, but then fell victim to that clothesline. Jim Lawrence with a 2 count there.
What? I can, and I will.
Senior official Jim, one thing about him, he is one of the most fair people I've ever met. I always want to call it right down the line. He is going to do what he feels right. And one of the things that he does because he feels right is sometimes he might let it go a little bit. He knows that the fans of ACW, they don't want to see a disqualification. They don't want to see a count out. So Jim will let it go a little bit because we all want to see a winner, Nikki. We want to see a winner. And Bruce was going for that face buster, but Copeland had that one scouted out too. It seems like Chris Copeland. But maybe the frustration getting to him as he throws a little temper tantrum. He maybe felt he should have got Bruce on that one, but Copeland seems to have Bruce fairly well scouted, as he should, as many times these guys have fought, but Bruce, I'm sure, has Copeland just as well scouted. Copeland cracking Bruce upside the head with a couple closed fists. Now he's measuring him up. But Bruce catching him with an elbow. As Copeland, now a boot. And a big kick takes Copeland down, Nikki, and another one. And now a short arm clothesline from Bruce. Is he going for that DDT? He's calling for that DDT, Nikki. But Copeland. He slid out of that DDT, and now a super kick exchange. Both these guys are rocked right now. A spinning punch to the mouth. Bruce catching him with the knee. And then off the ropes, and then Copeland with the knee. This matchup very even. Bruce flipped him over. What a face buster. As both competitors getting their wits back about him. This has been a very hard-hitting, high-impact match so far, Nikki. As you got Jack Andrews coming back out. Come on. But here comes Ronnie. Here comes Ronnie to counteract Andrews. Ronnie come out to even the score. Ronnie with a dive. Take it out, Jack Andrews. Still favoring that arm, but he ain't scared of nothing. This dude has no fear in him. Wait a minute, you got Bruce sliding up behind Copeland. What's he got in store here, Nikki? He just gave him, a DDT! Devastating! Your winner, Bruce Gray.
Introducing first, from the 614, weighed in at 221 pounds, the problem child, Zaiden, Kane.
Why? Just why? I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Why are you?
Yo. I guess I owe everyone an explanation on why I did what I did this past summer. Let's talk about it. For the record, it was nothing personal on Gen Z. Nothing personal. That's my son. I trained that kid. Nothing personal. It's just business, all right? I have been with ACW since day one. 10 years. I am the only one on this roster that has been here since the very first show, consistently, still to this day. I am a former ACW Tag Team Champion. I am a former two-time ACW International Champion. I have wrestled legends, Hall of Famers, international superstars right here in this very ring. And all these people still treat me like I'm a damn outsider. No. I don't wrestle for these people anymore. I wrestle for myself. When you've been doing this as long as I have, it's about time that everyone puts some damn respect on my name. Because I'm about to turn this whole company upside down. Don't forget, I'm still owed a rematch for the International Championship. And until I use my rematch, everybody gets to sit back, relax, and watch me rip that entire locker room apart. Because you can like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid and win championships. And you already know the vibes. Y'all can all run up, get done up, and get smoked by the Abbott.
And his opponent, from some beach somewhere, weighed in at 171 pounds, Lifeguard, Ross!
Baywatch! Hey, did you beat this guy already? Mitch! Hey, Ross, be careful, Oprah's around somewhere.
I literally break my back for this company. And they give me a damn lifeguard to fight? That's all y'all got for me? That's all y'all got? Moose, send somebody else out here. This dude can't be serious. What Moose at? Oh, he's not even here.
All right. We got Lifeguard Ross, Zaiden, Kane. And Zaiden Kane with some strong words.
Really powerful words and a very clear message that he had to share with the fans of Appalachian Championship Wrestling, kind of recapping everything that's happened during our live shows this summer and, you know, why he did what he did to Gen Z. And, you know, you can hear...
Oh, he attacks Lifeguard Ross from behind.
You could hear a lot of pain in the words that Zaiden Kane had to say. A lot of pain, a lot of frustration. And, if you really listen there, you can kind of, at least for me, empathize a little bit with what he had to say there. I don't know that I agree with his reaction, but I can definitely understand the sentiment.
Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, what he said makes some sense, but the way he's going about it has made it very hard for the majority of us to sympathize with him. The way he's done GenZ, the way he's done OK, and the way he's going to attempt to do Lifeguard Ross today. I'm sure. And here's the thing, Nicky. It's not enough that he beats some of these young competitors. He attempts to injure them, to permanently maim them.
He did say that it was nothing personal against GenZ and kind of referenced the role that he's played in GenZ's career. But, it's hard to believe that it wasn't personal, honestly.
Well, let's see how he does against another up-and-coming on ACW. You got Lifeguard Ross launching himself over the top rope. And one thing about Lifeguard Ross, he is as equally adept in the air as he is on the mat.
And in the water.
And in the water, as anybody who's heard us commentate a Lifeguard Ross match before knows. This lifeguard thing, it's not a gimmick. He is a lifeguard in his other profession as he attempts to dive on Zaiden, but Zaiden catching him and just hoisting him up and dropping him hard down to the mat. The strength of Zaiden Kane.
That's your boy, right? 1, 2.
And with a 2 count, is Zaiden mocking Lifeguard Ross by taking that whistle. I don't think he's a licensed lifeguard, Nicky.
I mean, I hadn't asked him, but not that we're aware of. Not that we're aware of.
Retired. Yep.
What a chop to the chest of Lifeguard Ross. And then Zaiden kind of mocking the fans of ACW that used to support him. And here's the thing. Zaiden has turned his back on GenZ. He's turned his back on OK. But I feel like he's also turned his back on the fans of Appalachian Championship Wrestling as well.
He's definitely disappointed a good deal of the fans who were loyal supporters of his. And as he said there, he's been with the company from the very beginning. And those are the type of competitors that our fans really get attached to, are the people that they see time and time and time again. And so to see Zaiden go down this road, a lot of the fans really took it to heart.
Yeah, it's been... Oh, Zaiden just kicking the head of Lifeguard Ross. Yeah, it's been difficult for a lot of us to see this transformation in Zaiden Kane.
And he put it all out there. He's here just to make money. And I think we've all been in those shoes where you end up at a job where you haven't been recognized to the degree that you feel that you should. And you start just showing up to get your paycheck and go home.
Well, and in the world of professional wrestling, how do you make more money? You make more money by winning matches. You make more money by capturing championships and defending them successfully. And that is Zaiden Kane, I think, at this point, that is his only goal. He doesn't care about appeasing any of the fans. He doesn't care about keeping anybody happy. I don't know, like Tyler Jack's his tag team partner, I guess, they're on the same page as right now. But if I was Tyler Jack, I'd be watching my back, given Zaiden's track record at this point.
Zaiden's thinking about one thing, and it's that rematch.
Yes, he wants that rematch with GenZ. And check this out, Nicky. Zaiden Kane, as he mentioned in his promo before the match, he's a 2-time former international champion, tied with Chris Cannon with 2 title reigns. If Zaiden Kane could defeat GenZ, he would be the first ever 3-time international champion. and I'm sure that would be something he would like to have in his name, beside his name in the record books. Cause you got Lifeguard Ross has just got a second win, but Zaiden Kane just caught him right in the mush with that super kick.
1, 2, 1.
Oh, but Lifeguard Ross, he's a one tough hombre, kicking out at 2 there. The fans rallying behind Ross.
Everybody shut up while I go to the top rope. I need silence.
Well, that's one way to get him not to shut up, Zaiden. When you're on the fans' bad side, they're not going to go along.
Especially these fans. We've got the truest, bluest of the fans here in the compound.
You're dead.
Oh, Lifeguard Ross moving out of the way of that double stomp. And now, with a cutter. Lifeguard Ross caught him with a cutter. And that rung Zaiden's bell, Nikki. He's seeing stars right now. The Lifeguard Ross, he's took quite a beating in this match. A bit too hurt to truly capitalize at this point. But this gives him a minute to recharge his batteries. Oh, and he finally rolls over on Zaiden. But Zaiden, the ring veteran, with his foot on the ropes to break up that pin attempt. All right, Ross measuring Zaiden Kane. Oh, and Ross throwing some punches. Fisticuffs for Lifeguard Ross, but Zaiden reverses. What a leapfrog. And a flying spinning elbow from Ross and a kip up. Oh, and then a kick to the back of Zaiden's head. And a super kick to Zaiden's jaw, Nikki. What an upset this would be. Oh, with Zaiden Kane kicking out at 2. This might be a little more than Zaiden was expecting out of this young man. Oh, but Zaiden using his ring savvy.
Oh, God.
Driving Lifeguard Ross's head to that second turnbuckle, and now Zaiden up on the second rope. Double stomp to Lifeguard Ross. And Zaiden again mocking the fans. Oh, and that face buster, that just absolutely just drove that neck down into the mat.
1, 2, 3.
And Zaiden Kane with a big win over Lifeguard Ross.
Zaiden Kane.
I gotta say, Zaiden Kane, he's been calling out GenZ. He's been calling out all the champions in ACW. A big win. Oh, and now disrespectful as he puts the boots to Lifeguard Ross. And what's he digging out underneath the? Now he's throwing a chair now. Oh no, Nikki, we've seen him do this to GenZ. We've seen this do this. We've seen him do this to OK. He's gonna put Ross's arm in this chair. Oh, and he slings referee Jim Lawrence out of the ring. And this is the kind of thing, this could break this young man's arm. This could end his promising career.
Both of his careers. You need your arms to swim.
Good point, Nikki. Oh, is he? And that's just low life behavior right there.
There's no reason.
I'm gonna rip that whole locker room apart, limb by damn limb.
The main event of the evening. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the team of Emily Rose and it's your boy, GenZ. And their opponents.
That's right! And their opponent! Shift us again! Come on, I'm coming in! Come on, folks right here! Hey! You already know because I was out here before! It's ready for the main event! My name! My name! Hey! Shit! You're making your way to the ring! Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't tie my shoes, champ! I gotta do the bunny here! Team up! Caressa! The Enforcer! Riddick! Shut up! Eggs! Coming in at 7 feet tall. 362 pounds. He is the Super 8 champion. Shut up! He is handsome! Nick!
Get your ass kicked again? Yeah.
Okay, here comes Nick with his group of supporters and thugs here. Riddick and Miss Caressa, Dick Vickers.
Entourage, his entourage.
Tell him.
Who's his partner going to be?
Here he is, baby.
Shane!
You're in trouble now.
Yeah! I'm a local legend!
It's Shane Storm, accompanied by Betty D.
Lord.
I beat Dusty Rhodes.
You did.
Don't look it up.
I was there. Does it matter?
Like 20.
It still happened.
You're old now. When did you beat Dusty Rhodes?
Now, for the record, he fought Dusty Rhodes. He did not beat Dusty Rhodes, Nikki. For the record.
Dusty drunk?
Not.
Yeah.
They let
Dusty might have had a couple, but he was not drunk.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm a local legend.
I have to say, I did not see this one coming. I did not see this one coming at all. The fans are outraged.
Shut up, Betty.
On their feet and outraged.
Why are they yelling at you? How about the way you act every time that you're at ringside, Betty D? Okay, we got one heck of a main event. I'll tell you that.
The compound is going to have a hard time containing all of this. Especially Nick Hamrick's bunch. My gosh. I mean, we have Dick Vickers, Betty D, Shane Storm, Riddick,
Miss
Caressa. My goodness. What, like just the space that the heads of these folks is taking up in here, and the hot air. I can barely get a breath.
You want to talk about a motley crew? Like look at this gathering of people. The one thing they all have in common, is they're all bad people. They're all dirty, low-down, rotten people. Okay? My opinion, I know that's supposed to be impartial, but I've been watching these people, these guys, these gals, and it's just everything they do is just reprehensible. I want to start cursing here in a minute. I want to try to calm down. I want to try to call this thing right down the middle.
Riddick already has thrown up a hand gesture that we don't really condone or support.
This is a family show, Riddick.
Right, so apparently didn't get the memo. Though that memo has been sent multiple times.
Oh, Shane Storm slinging Emily Rose down. So while we got a second,
Little kid!
if you're out there watching this, you ain't aware, December 20th, ACW returns to action. Tays Valley, West Virginia, at the Tays Valley Christian School. It's going to be a fundraiser, December 20th, for the basketball team. $10 adults, $5 kids. The Saturday before Christmas. Get on down there. We got Josh Bishop, heavyweight champion. Kane and Christopher. We got Super H champion Nick Hamrick. We got GenZ. We got Cowpoke and Corey, the tag champs. Look for match announcements coming soon, but mark that one down on your calendar, people.
Be a great thing for people to do with their family. You know, you got people in from out of town during the holidays looking for a way to pass the time other than sitting at the house looking at each other. You know, come on out, enjoy some wrestling, support a good cause.
I mean, you know how it is. It's great to see these people you don't get to see as often. But let's be honest, you just seen them all at Thanksgiving about a month before. And you'll be sitting around, like, watching TV, like, falling asleep on the couch. Let's get out of the house, enjoy some wrestling, hoot and holler a little bit, all right?
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm going to do. And I figure a bunch of my family's going to be down there. I'm excited. I got my nephew Dawson sitting in the crowd. He's going to WVU now. We don't get to see him as much. He's going to be in town on the 20th. I'm sure right down front, hollering for his favorites, which does not include Shane Storm, Nick Hamrick, or any of the new franchise players. I know that Dawson is a GenZ fan, and Dawson is an Emily Rose fan, because he's a good kid.
Right. And if anybody missed kind of the precursor to this match, be sure to go back and watch last week's episode of Underground Assault, when we had a title for title with GenZ and Nick Hamrick. And things went off the rails, of course, as they do when Hamrick's bunch is around. So here we are.
Yeah, we had the international champion, GenZ, squaring off against the Super H champion, Nick Hamrick. And both these guys attempting to be a double champ in ACW. And what happened, as usual, when the things weren't going the new franchise players' way, we had interference and a big beatdown, which led to this tag match this week. And I was wondering who Nick had lined up as a tag team partner. I did not expect Shane Storm. I got to admit that was a total surprise. Is Emily and Jens with a double elbow to Nick Hamrick as Jens attempting to get a measure of revenge on Nick Hamrick for what went down last week. And now they got Nick backed up in the corner. Big chop from GenZ. And now tagging in Emily. And I'll tell you what, this tag team of GenZ and Emily Rose gelling pretty good. And look at the strength of Emily Rose. Oh, but then. And then the double team tactics of Nick Hamrick and Shane Storm finally get Emily down. But I'll tell you one thing about this young lady. She is double tough.
She's going to have to be with this bunch because the referee, I mean, Jim needs eyes in the back of his head. Or he needs to get some of these people away from the side of the ring. Because they're never going to not be doing something like that.
Well, I've been saying this for a long time. I would love to see that whole crew just get banned from ringside. But whatever lawyer that Nick Hamrick has, I guess he has a good one. Because he continues to bring out all these people. And they continue to interfere and cause trouble every time they're out there. And it appears there's no end in sight.
I mean,
oh, Emily catching with a big elbow on the way in. And it's Emily Rose. I'm like, you want to talk about people that made a name for themselves 2025? You got Emily Rose. She had a big 2025 debuting along with GenZ and Nick Hamrick on AEW.
And that goes along with what I was going to say just a second ago. You know, Nick Hamrick and his bunch, they're always looking for loopholes in the rules. They're always looking for a way around, a way to get by with something new, a way to, I don't want to go so far as to say the word cheat, but it's kind of what it is.
I will. I'll say it. To cheat.
Call a spade a spade. And then you've got Emily Rose and Gen Z both kind of taking the approach this year, especially, of looking for ways to get better. They're not looking for loopholes. They're looking for ways to improve. And we're seeing that in the ring.
Yeah, Gen Z and Emily with some, you can tell they was raised upright. We'll put it that way. Unlike this other bunch of crew that seems like they was raised by wolves or wild dogs or something. Gen Z and Emily, they try to do the right thing. And they want to get that W, but they're not going to compromise their integrity to get that W. And the new franchise players, Nick Hamrick and the rest of them, I would argue that they have no integrity. None of them. What they have had is a lot of success. And you'll see that people will take shortcuts and maybe cheat a little bit. They'll get some success. But a lot of times in the long run,
that's a weak foundation.
Yes, a weak foundation is going to catch up with them eventually. And I'll tell you, that time couldn't come soon enough for me. I'm about sick of it. Is Emily Rose kicking Nick into the corner and then following up with a barrage of forearms. And this is Emily Rose.
Come on, Nick.
Oh, but Nick blasted her in the jaw with that closed fist. And you see when Emily's going for them strikes, it's forearms. Perfectly legal. Nick balls up that fist. That's one of them things that's in a very gray area in the rule book. It's technically illegal, but you got to let that slide a little bit, or else there'll be a DQ in every franchise player. Oh, Emily slinging him face first to the turnbuckle, but then Nick gets a tag to Shane Storm, and then Shane Storm whipping Emily in the ropes. Emily ducking under. They just caught Shane Storm with a clothesline and a tag to Gen Z. And Gen Z's in there. House of Fire, Nikki. Just taking out both of them. Elbows, forearms. He's saying, bring it on. And then a little mind games on the part of Gen Z as well. As this young man showing ring savvy beyond his years in the sport, which ain't been he ain't been an active competitor for that many, but he has been around in training since he was about this tall.
And a student of the sport as well. Watching it from the front row of wrestling shows here in West Virginia, and then making his way into the ring. And you have to imagine all those years of watching the best of the best prepared him for where he is now.
And these guys have cleaned house. And the new franchise players and Shane Storm are just retreating. I don't know. I think they may be thinking about just going back home. It ain't really working out the way that they was hoping it would. Nick Hamrick, the minute it ain't going their way, they want to just hit the road.
Take their toys and leave the sandbox.
Wait a minute, what's that? That's Hornswoggle, Nikki! That's Hornswoggle! He just bit Betty D in the ass! Hornswoggle just beat Betty D's ass! Double clothesline of Nick Hamrick over the top rope! Big power bomb from Emily Rose! And a 3 count. Emily and Gen Z are your winners.
Gen Z!
What a victory for Gen Z and Emily Rose. Who'd have thought? Hornswoggle. Did you see Hornswoggle? He just bit Betty D in the rear end, Nikki. And there's Shane Douglas and Marty Jannetty. What?
Hey, fellas. Look who's in the house.
Look who I brought with me in the house. I got friends too, Nick. What? But I tell you this. How about next week, when me and my boys kick you and your boys' ass? How about you put that belt on the line for the old franchise? I'll see you next week.
Shane Douglas calling out Nick Hamrick for a Super H title shot. Marty Jannetty in the house. Hornswoggle in the house.
See you next week, guys.
Betty D needing a tetanus shot in the house.
What a night. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to check us out next week. Who knows what's going to happen next week. We ain't got a match line up, but check it out. You know it's going to be crazy. Like and subscribe. Appreciate your all support.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Rose, and it's your boy, GenZ!
ACW! 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 ACW!